Imagine you're walking into a room full of strangers. Everyone is focused on their phones, or worse, ignoring each other completely. Then suddenly, someone out of nowhere just greets you, and this warm, fuzzy feeling that runs through your body because you're not really sure what they're going to say. But out of all of that worrying, they ask you, "Hey, how are you doing?" And then suddenly this warm, fuzzy feeling turns into sincerity and generosity, because at that fine moment, you realize, wow, it's been quite some time since somebody has actually asked me that. This simple act of kindness stands out tremendously. It's a reminder of just how powerful good manners really can have, the effect really good manners can have on someone. Today, I will be talking to you about how to have good manners. To a lot, manners may seem like an old-timey thing or this washed-up thing that really doesn't matter in today's society. Why is that? It's because in today's society, everything is so fast-paced, in which this may lead to a lot of people forgetting the simple manners. Whether this is something crucial affecting our day-to-day relationships, or even one day something that can influence our professional relationship, manners are crucial. As I already said, this is something that can save you or save that tone per se, because like body language it can come off as something, but if you have good manners, maybe that negative body language, it can reflect more so than that negative body language. Well, today I will be explaining how to apply manners into your day-to-day life and how manners affect those around you and yourself. To start off with, what I consider manners and how where I was raised goes about these things, manners serve as a positive foundation, which earns respect. See, I'm from a little old town in Blountstown, Florida. It's between Panama City Beach and Tallahassee, Florida, the capital of Florida. It is very common to say yes ma'am and no ma'am at everything that an elderly person says to you. Opening the door for an elderly person, giving up your seat for an elderly person. It is something that is very common where I'm from. And failed to do so, sometimes it is shunned upon. On the other hand, when you go to other states, yes ma'am and no ma'am, it may be considered offensive, because somebody of older age, if you calling them ma'am or sir, they might look at you and say, "Don't call me that, I'm not old," which differs from where I'm from. Or more so, if a younger kid is sitting in a seat and he's not going to give it to the older person, just to simply off the simple fact that he was there first. It's different. But one way I can say, one of the best ways to acquire good manners is by observing those around you, if you didn't grow up in it. Because me personally, I had the privilege of growing up and my mother and father taught me manners. My grandparents taught me manners. But for those out there that don't have the same chances that I have, you can just simply go off of watching others and taking accountability of others. You can even learn good manners in movies. You can pick up good manners just simply through spectating, if that makes sense. Whether it's a parent, teacher, a mentor, paying attention is how they communicate, listen, and treat others can provide valuable lessons. You can even learn manners by reading books. When I was a younger kid, it was just George Washington book, and it had 50 mannerable things to do. Maybe to always finish what you're eating, or to always clean up after yourself. Good manners start with small, consistent actions. Simple habits like saying please and thank you, making eye contact, and listening attentively can significantly impact our social interactions. Additionally, showing empathy, being punctual, and respecting personal space contribute to a more harmonious society. The more we practice good manners and these behaviors become, is the more we'll learn about how to respect those around us. And yeah, that's how you have good manners.